Well, I'm back on the site. I'm having to do a part that I'm not really looking forward to. I can't see there being much here, but I can't get on the slope. Every time I try it, I just slide down the slope. Still wet, still very greasy. Little pewter button there to start off with. It's not bad, I suppose. Hey, 3/4 of a pewter button. Not seen one with those little tags in before. Getting a lot of wind noise today, so there'll be a lot of clothes huddled up to try and stop it. Look at that. I mean, how much smaller can you get than that? It's microscopic. It's a button, of course. Beginning to figure out what these tiny bits of metal are now. That's part of a spoon. Before meaningless bits of metal, and now it's beginning to come together. Hello, another clog clip. I wonder what sort of design's on this when I polish it up. Do you know what I really like about scraping topsoil off? Look, you could search this site with a pinpointer. Who needs a detector? And you know what it is? Hot rock. Oh dear, I got dozens of them, hundreds of them on this site. Now, I think that's a clog clip, but no. Piece of circular copper. Maybe off that teapot. Now, you are very interesting. I thought it was just a lump of lead, but I do believe that is a button. Some bit of careful straightening out needed there. I'm quite amazed at the size of the things that are coming out of the subsoil. A tiny little .177. That's a bullet. Yeah. These buttons are unbelievably small. I'm working in a detection numbers range of anywhere from about 22 to 37, which is the hot rock range. Yeah. Quite peculiar. Need to wash. Oh, it's pretty barren up on the tops here. Welcome to Lilliput, another tiny button. They must be off children's clothing, these, surely. So I decide this place, I'm going to have a look somewhere else, and I'm on the way back to the market, and what do? I find this superb pewter button. Oh, don't you just love metal detecting? Yeah, another clog clip. Just thought I'd have a look in this exposed topsoil here. A clog clip. Oh, heavy caliber musket ball. Big boy that. Wouldn't like to get it with that. Probably associated with the Cromwellian. There's a guardhouse just down the road. But that is a large caliber ball, is that. Right, I'm right on the edge here now, on where the grass has been flattened but not cut. And this is why I didn't do this field, because it's full of, the top stuff was full of stuff like this. Hey, interesting, yeah. Till you look at the bottom and look at that screw, and it's got a crosshead. It's modern rubbish. Large, heavy. Must be a fork handle. But I'm looking at this here and I'm seeing a name, Thomas Yates, and it says steel wire. But that's never steel in a million years. But what is steel is that insert in the middle lot. By steel wire, I think they were making forks with a steel insert and pewter on the outside. Sure of it. And of course, if it was a knife, the blade would have been steel. Oh, another one of those real squared off pieces of shiny metal. I'm wondering if these coming out of a printing machine, you know, printing press. It's a spacer bar, I think it is. Anybody know anything about printing presses? Oh, Destiny, your name is Clog Clip. That might be complete actually. What I did notice, look, it's got one of those 8-star sunbursts in there. Hey, that's 2 now, 1 yesterday, 1 today. Well, it's in there, but... well, it was in that coin ball, but... my goodness, where are you? There you are. Yeah, look at the size of that. It's tiny. Tiny is the word. If this carries on, I'm going to need a magnifying glass. Oh, I might be packing up any time. That sky is looking decidedly black. You have those days sometimes when you think, is that all I got? I'm going to call this Welcome to Lilliput. Look at the size of these things, they're tiny. Right, let's start off with a rock. Can you see the grooves in that rock? It's probably nothing, but round here we have cup and ring stones, concentric circles on stone. And the Stone Age lot round here, they used to carve these intricate circles, and that's probably not one, but you never know, do you? I mean, it looks as though it's been carved to me. That's just the top bit, look. The rest has gone. So, while we're here, look, somebody had the fine china out on that field and it got broke. Junkite. Tiny, 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 tiny pieces of broken bronze. Ooh. You know, I can see things in everything. Look at that beautiful wolf's head, but it isn't. Tiny, tiny bits of bronze. I mean, we're really taking the mickeys this Deus when it goes down to finding little bits of stuff. Look, absolutely tiny. I haven't found a cure for my fingernails yet. Never mind. A circular bit of bronze. Probably came off a lamp, a Aladdin lamp or something. I think that is the edge of a spoon. There. And that is a brass nail, a copper nail. Whoops, come on. That is a copper nail, which is why it gives a really good signal. Handle. Fork handle, but that's pewter, and it says steel wire, Thomas Yates, and I think the steel went through and it went into the blade or the fork or whatever, but the handles and everything, they were pewter. There was a pattern on there, long gone, long gone. Now this. Yeah, I think these are what you put in a typing press when you know, the old-fashioned ones where you put all the type and then type it together. I got another one the other day. The one I got today has got 1 mark on it. The one I got the other day, yesterday, has got 3, look. And they're not the same at all. They're different. They're a different thickness. And they're a different size, and I think the spacers for in a printing press. So that's the one I got today. Whew, weaponry, yeah. I've had a lot of these small bore musket balls, pistols, a lot of them, a .177, usually an air gun, but some of these they fired bullets. That's the bullet. And this is, oh, this is a proper musket ball. You know, when you see them up in lines with all the big muskets, and they're heavy. And I certainly wouldn't want to be hit by one of those. Other pieces of lead. Interesting. This has got to be a button. It's got to be a button, but what happened to it? Was there something in there? I mean, that's where it was sewn on, but was there something in there that's long gone? Who knows? Here's another one. Look, it was a button. It's got the holes in. It was very nicely engraved around the edge of there. Really mangled now, but who knows? Welcome to Lilliput. Look at the size of these things. They're tiny. Oh, tiny, tiny, tiny. You'd never get these without a foot of topsoil being taken off. Or if you did, it would be very hard work. There's not a bad pewter one. This is beautiful. The back's not so good, but oh, that's a beautiful front. Nice heavy pewter buckle. Button. It's not a buckle. Really nice. I was just about to give up and go on to another tack when this came up. You know how it is. So I persevered and I got an out. Right. These are not the Clog clips. Well, they call them Clog clips. These are Clog clasps. Two here with no design, but one with a design. And I call them clasps because these things came in two parts. What I call a harmonica clip, this one, this is called a hasp, and this is called a clasp. And this one, there was one on one side of the clog there, look, and the other one clipped into it at the appropriate junction and fastened them together. Oh, it's hard to do this one-handed. But one clip. That's the hasp, that's the clasp, one on one side of the clog, because they weren't all wooden clogs like the Dutch wore. They had wooden bases and they had leather uppers, and these kept them closed. Now, from what I've read, and I'm not sure if this is right, but the men laced up their clogs and the women used clasps, and they were very specific about it, I think, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. I thought that was similar to one I'd got, but look, it is that sunburst, but I'm not sure if it's the same one. But again, you see the little slots in that? That is the hasp, that is the clasp, and they go together and they fasten together like this. Hey, I'll do it this way. There you go, see? And it holds your clog, the top of the leather together. Right, now you see this? I found this on my way to the site at the entrance. Now, does this count as I was on the hunt at the time? Because if it did, I have a coin. Anyway, I tried my best today, but the site was so wet I couldn't get on the right part of the site. It was too muddy. I took 2 steps down that slope and wowee, I'd had enough. Couldn't, I'd have just slid on my bum all the way down. So we had to go on a pretty barren part at the top, but it was still interesting, look. So, until I see you next time, good hunting, take care.